to start off by saying thank you for coming today. It means a lot to you guys from here. I want to thank each and every one of you guys, and also say I'm sorry for the loss of you all that was gone through. If you all wouldn't mind standing with me for the moment of silence. I want to put this event together, not just talk about loss, celebrate a life. So that's what we're really here for, guys. Sammy touched each and every one of us in one way in our lives. You know, I was told Sammy like such a dick all the time. But at the end of the day, he was one of the people that really encouraged me to do things. Always telling me, hey kid, just do whatever you want. But I think we're going to start the night off with Sam. Sam, if you come up here, that'd be awesome. I've asked a couple people to come up and tell stories and read some of his writings. And I think it's going to be a good night. And again, thanks for coming.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam Mildy. Sam was a friend of mine, just like a nurse. I preface this by saying I'm not the best reader in this circumstance. I could be even worse, but there's something Sammy wrote called Ether. A sigh was all I had to give as dawn made its entrance. The grim curtain of Sandman's skies slowly rising to reveal the new voodoo, fuchsia horizon that would guide me home. Once the witching hours have bewitched you, the edge of the city is the edge of the world. And mausoleum silence lay like ash upon its vast pastures of folly and bones. This is the come down. This is when we calm down. A plume of hash smoke at my lips like Hiroshima's wake as the sun dug itself from its eastern grave. Hours before, the night before, I got off above a police action. The girl was named after a Smith song and wore a Chionigasm dress, and we were guests in hostile heavens. For a million times a million, it looked like she was dressed in blood, the beautiful butcher of our better angels. A carnivorous me fresh to death and ravenous for injury. Zoloft lofty and raw with wine in a rooftop fuck spot. She pulled me to the tar with rapist arms as the boulevard beneath us swelled in revolutionaries. Rioters, too. And predatory pigs at every end, slowly lowering helmet visors to hide their salacious grins. She bit into my ear and said something of love, and then lust. The last thrust left us like rag dolls bent over the ledge, woven and prone and desperate for breath. I slung-shot the moon with my defiled prophylactic, hoping upon hope that it would land on a cop or a protester. Let them have the children they'll never want. A fire escape artist, I came and went, descended amidst pigs who couldn't have cared less. There were enough skulls to crack in the world, so whirlybird stoned and smelling of sex, I waded my way through the melee and into a place of great fluorescent despair, where pocket and bottom loose change bought a donut dinner. The girl I had just fucked liked to call me her stray. Charm and cheekbones are all I have to give. No gold to dig. Girl, only graves. Thanks.
was writing this reading, it feels final. Jordan behind is recording this, so I'm going to raise my voice a little bit.
Raise the mic.
Good?
Raise the mic. There you go.
All right. Very good. Okay. For over a year, Sammy and I worked every Monday night together as guards at the Echo. He did the front door and I did the back, the patio. About 6 or 7 months ago, he began telling me about this writing project that he was working on about graffiti art. He told me he had hours worth of audio and subsequent pages worth of transcripts that he had taken of his friend who makes graffiti art. The problem was that he couldn't use much of the transcripts. I can't remember exactly the reason. I believe it had to do with him not being allowed to write about his friend's place of business. So over this series of weeks, he'd bring pages of edits to work on each draft. He did was radically different than the next one, and he was refining pages and pages worth of transcripts until he began piecing together a story, and it became about mortality. Sammy's friend, who was living and slowly dying of cancer, was still going strong, doing graffiti and living life to the fullest. It took over a series of weeks to edit and finally refine, and finally the story appeared on Vice magazine. It was the third installment of a series that Sammy had worked on about graffiti artists and had published on Vice. I remember when it came out, he was doing the door at the Echo, and I was putting up the band names on the chalkboard. Sammy was looking at his phone at his published piece on Vice Magazine's website, and he was pissed off about the editors editing parts of his article without asking first. But ultimately, he was happy that it was up. So I'm going to read parts of his article, and it's still up online on Vice Magazine. If you search it for it under Sammy's name, you can find all the stuff that he's written. It's titled Sponto, a graffiti writer in his third act. As I venture into the night with Sponto, everything becomes a threat. LAPD squad cars creep like sharks in shallow water. Ghetto birds zigzag across the sky, and gangsters lurk in the shadows of front yards, in the fluorescent glow of liquor stores and gas stations. The freeway beneath us, even at 2 a.m., was lousy with cars, each containing a potential snitch with a cell phone. Our clique of five stood vigilant while Sponto and Two-Tone filled in a massive tribute to the late LA legend Triggs. Still, we were caught off guard by a couple that walked by, one in whom was wearing only a lanyard and socks with no elastic. We'll all be out of here in a minute, Sponto told the interlopers, painting all the while, unflustered. Amid the barbed wire, broken glass, dog shit, and human shit, there is an odd, almost classy civility to the bizarre encounter. Sponto is a man of tradition. As such, he carries himself with the dignity of a bygone era. He evokes the time when young Latino men palm-combed perfect pompadours and rear-view mirrors of glistening lowriders. A time when correspondence from the penitentiary came painstakingly embellished with ballpoint pen renderings of peacocks and hourglasses. A time when creases in your dickies were as important as the burner in your belt. A time when the tough kids still slow danced to their parents' jams in the neighborhood was all I knew of the world. There's something menacing about a Sponto tag. They are neither colorful nor flamboyant. They are rudimentary and looming, with all the sharp angles and traditional cholo hand style and the hard truth of the stock caps he uses. It's a utilitarian approach to vandalism, as opposed to an exclusively artistic one. If I go to my enemy's neighborhood, I want to strike up one of their walls. The most disrespectful way I can do it is to be as big and as bold as I can, nothing cute nor stylish. It is the biggest fuck you know what I mean? He isn't getting up to flaunt his style or skills. He isn't getting up for internet fame or gallery appearances. Progression as an artist isn't the point. The importance is placed on preservation of both a mentality and a moment in time. Much of the gang life, like the pursuit of fame among vandals, is wrapped up in a basic human desire to leave a legacy. It is the reason gang members invent an identity, so-and-so and such set, and then go about building a rep and advertising it on the walls. It is also the reason that when a friend is murdered, it is important to have a name-bearing tribute displayed on a t-shirt or a wall. For Sponto, the concept of immortality, or at least the legacy is of great significance as he faces the greatest challenge to his already precarious lifestyle. In 2002, he checked himself into a hospital, seeking a quick cure to a persistent flu. This happened twice more, and on a third visit, he refused to leave. His blood work was done. He was put in a wheelchair and led to a different ward. There, he recalled, a little Vietnamese lady came in and she was just like, "You have cancer." And she dropped the fucking pamphlet on my chest. I opened it up, and it pretty much said that I was going to die. What the blood work had revealed was a complicated case of cancer that included lymphoma, leukemia, and a tumor behind his heart. The doctor told him that if he didn't start chemotherapy within 24 hours, he would be dead. Even with the chemo, the prognosis was not good. Spanto was told that his treatment would only last about 3 years. At 15 months, he was nearly halfway done. He met the diagnosis with the same bravado that had served him well in the world of gangs and graffiti. It was just another threat to best, like rival bangers or cops or a hotspot that others are too shook to bomb. It makes me angry, he said of his disease. It makes me want to go out there and do my thing even more. I climbed a billboard, yeah. I bombed some shit, yeah. I have cancer, yeah. I don't care. We can still fight. We can still shoot. I'm still a gangster. That's just me. I'll always be Spanto. Even if I die, it's nothing. That's the way I'll live until I'm put in the dirt. By his hubris, he contemplated his situation enough to develop something of a philosophy behind it. There's definitely something really monumental that I'm supposed to learn of this, which I haven't exactly figured out yet. I just know that I'm supposed to learn something that's going to drastically affect me, the people around me. There's a life lesson buried somewhere within in this cancer. And despite the depression that surely comes with driving oneself to chemotherapy sessions and having your sleep induced by countless narcotics, it seems as if it really gets bogged down by it. I've always kind of fancied myself as just that slick little dude. Always going to get away, never going to get murdered. You can't kill me. I remember taking showers in the hospital and beating on my chest like, you can't fucking kill me. I'm just not done yet.
Sammy had lots of stories, all the time. He was a man who did a million things. He never really knew what he was up to. Those Vice articles, I remember when they came out, he was super stoked. He just kept sending them out to everyone via text messages. Like, hey, read them. I'm really excited. That was always cool to see him stoked. Up next, we have Conrad.
Hey, I'm not quite well versed as Sammy was. Actually destroy the English language on a daily basis. So I'm gonna try and do this as well as I can. Sammy was a brother. I've been linked to Sammy and Winston for 15 years before we even met. We both shared the love of Nick Trina and constantly hearing stories every time we visit before he passed, and how I need to meet this guy. So when we moved here, everyone was pretty much on tour, I believe, at the time. So everyone was just go find Conrad. And I mean, there was a reason why we put together. So yeah. Everyone has a story about Sammy. Good, bad, funny, sad. Everyone does. So if you hear them, you witness them. It's like between, floor punch incident. Yeah, that's gonna live on forever. Doesn't. To one show, someone yelled out, "Good," or DIY, not AFI. Sammy yells out, good bands, not scissor hands. That shit rang out. One of the stories we have, he tweeted about a few weeks ago. I just rolled up with a hat that a friend gifted to me, and he just kept bugging. He's like, yo, I need one of those hats. Couldn't go on this hot date, I need that hat. You know? So, one day, the Echo, after a show, he's just like, yo, what's up with that hat? So, I took off his hat, put on my hat, on his head, and walked away. And funny thing is that he tweeted about how, you know, at my service, he was going to tell this story. But here I am. Sammy walked around. No, he was, you know, he's a sad guy, but he always thought that, you know, he always tried to get into as much as he could, do as much as he could, try and figure out as much as he could. Just crazy. He went around thinking that people were always mad at him or sad at him, but here we are. This dude touched hella people's lives, and he continues to. I know he's looking down with Nick right now, laughing at me because I'm fucking crying. And, you know, it is what it is. I love you, Sammy.
Up next, we have Mike. Oh, sorry, Matt. Sorry.
I spent all day torturing myself over what to say and what not to say, and I realized I don't give a fuck. It's just there's certain things in my life that I remember. And it was 1996, outside of a 25-cent peep show in San Francisco, California, where I had to meet this guy named Sammy the Nick. And being from Boston, I had a chip on my shoulder because like we were from fucking Boston. I had to talk to this guy about some shit that we had to deal with, and it was just like, what the fuck, you know? And I remember this unassuming character walks up to me, and I was like, this is Sammy the Mick. And within 5 minutes, like I knew everything I heard about the man was true, and the respect that I had for him and the eventual love I had for him started at that moment. And I've done a lot, I've seen a lot, and for some reason, little things like that just will always stay with you. And I tried my best to pick a reading of his, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I couldn't pick one because some of them just hit me too in the guts. And fuck you, Conrad. I'm gonna cry too. I had to jot a couple things down because it was just there's too much when it comes to someone like Sam. Artistic, aggressive, aggravating, beautiful, bold, and complicated, confusing, complex, deviant, energetic, frustrating, good-hearted. He was all this and then some. You know, we all knew him by a lot of different names, but, you know, at the end of the day, Sam was just Sam. And, you know, whether you knew him from shows, whether you knew him from standing here talking to you guys, whether it was art, whether it was writing, whether it was playing with my children in the backyard. It was Sammy. You know, I always prided myself on being the guy who was able to say the right thing at the right time. I'm the guy that you call when you want something done. And I'm beating myself up a lot lately. Because I just wanted to do more. You know, I'm fucking angry. I'm resentful. You know, and I can't make it up, you know, because it hits me right here. I fucking hated how many cigarettes he smoked in my presence. He hated how much I complained about him. He hated every time I made him eat a vegan donut. I didn't give a fuck, man, you know. We were definitely like the odd couple. You know, me big and fat and him short and skinny, and we would like play each other, like our words would fit each other's sentences. And he's just one of those guys that you just always wanted to be around. We weren't into the same things, you know, but at the same time, like it was just like this brotherhood that I couldn't get away from no matter how hard I tried sometimes. I'm fucking disgruntled. I'm upset. I want to know why you texted me and I couldn't get back to you. It's gonna fuck with me for a long time. He's the one dude that could just, I kept making fun of you. You were into it because he was so artistic about it. He would fucking sit there and sing to me in this Eddie Vedder voice because he knew it frustrated me so much. Like, I love fucking programming, right? And he would make fun of me to no end. And I'd just be like, no, listen to the fucking words. And finally, like, he was like, all right, you're right, finally, fuck you, you know? And he would leave me voicemails and he'd be like, you know, singing Pearl Jam lyrics in like this voice. And like what I wouldn't give to get one of those messages now, man. Because like, I look down at my phone a lot just expecting him to be like, guess what, motherfucker, I fooled you all, you know? I admired the guy and he used to give me shit for it. He used to look at me and say, man, you have you know, you have a pretty perfect life, you know, but at the same time, I didn't have the heart like he had, and I'll admit that, man, like, every single person here is here because of the heart Sammy had, no matter how difficult he was, no matter how frustrating he was, he did everything because he had love for all of us, and his heart was bigger than any of us could deal with. I admired the fuck out of him, man. You know, from Kearney Street to Gilman Street to Telegraph to Cargo Way to Pier 96 to Sunset Boulevard to Hot Rod to Presidio Drive. You have my heart, homie. Love you so.
He would just listen to me talk and let me read to him all my really dumb, girly, funny writings. And then he would tell me, okay, that's shit. That's good. And I'd be like, alright, cool. I actually shared this patio with him back in January when we did a reading together. And I just remember we were both so fucked up. It was great. Out of our minds. And we just read to a bunch of our friends that were here. And it was like the perfect night, and I'm grateful to have that moment. With that said, I would like to introduce Sammy's sister and ask her to take the floor, please.
Can everybody come in? I'm going to need so much support and love. If you are outside,
Stand
Come in, right here. Everybody come in, surround around me.
If you guys want to move up.
Be here. I don't want anybody outside. Also, if you're wearing sunglasses, take them off. I want to see your eyes. There you go. Come in, come surround me. Like I don't want anybody in the street. I want you all here. Look how many people loved my brother. This is so incredible. Yeah,
There's more room, guys. You guys can sit on the floor and give it all upstairs.
Stood with his back to the cross. Lost him. A sack of sour worms in one hand, a burning blunt in the other. His bowed head bobbed metronomically nods as he muttered muddled hymns from memory to contribute to the abandoned church he had just broken into. Embedded in the pews, I was stewed on the electric pink brew, promising 7-Up and a crushed 7-Eleven cup. Chipped ice, brick tight, droopy, loopy, and deeply thin, my druid hood. I watched him in his odd little trance. His big eyes dancing behind his half-masked lids, as his lips twisted around praises of praise to a mighty deity that neither he nor I much believed in. Lost boys, roaming with another humdrum summer gloaming, approaching hot on our asses. The dust sun, with its circumference of roughly 3 million miles, looked larger still to a puny human down on the earth, burning his retinas through a crack in a plywood window. And though 93 miles away from we delinquents in that shadow-dappled chapel in the hills, in itself made of fire, the dust still seemed like something we could leap onto, wander around, ride it down to Yakuza towns, a step away, as simple as minding the gap on the subway platform. A cat getting fucked somewhere outside sounded like a silver scream of infanticide, and that's when he awoke. Hoisting double thumbs up without dropping his stuff, as smooth as a June breeze of warm winters, he moved through the half-light of the room on Max Slack lackadaisical legs and shoes cleared dusty empties and crushed butts from his pack. Shadows shifted as plants drifted, and the sun's fall was fast. And burglar beams of moonlight quickly cast a mother-of-pearl swirl onto our scene. The Earth travels around the sun at nearly 70,000 miles per hour, and so were we, and we were going nowhere. Holy men had beaten back the heathens of heliocentric truths for ages, but we've all got to get over ourselves eventually. When we finally faced the cross on the wall, his aura lost all sense of play. The hazy reveille of Riviere had wholly drained from his teenage face. His lazy gaze, palms up, dark, sharp, keen in the eyes and lean in their brows. He aimed 2 accusatory fingers at the skinny little man on the wood and pushed words through touching teeth. I want my friends back from the grave. He said it growling, jarring from the fluid pool of his own chemical transparence. And empathy gnawed at me like the gnarring idling of outlaw engines. I have been through this before. I can walk you through it. God promised free will, not free will. Best to just get good at looking good last. I want to say thank you to everyone here at Stories for coordinating this. Vicky, forgetting names, I'm so sorry, but thank you all so much. How fucking rad is this? I'm standing where my brother stood and gave his heart. I'm touching the microphone that kissed his words. This is an incredible moment for me, and I am so beyond grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. This is a gift I'm going to take with me. Thank you for everyone for being here. Look how loved my brother was and what an impact he made. Thank you. Please tell the stories. Please keep reading his works. That is how my brother's gonna live forever. And you guys are so comforting right now to know what an impact and how loved he was. This is the best gift. I hope you all at some point tonight come over and introduce yourself to me. I want to meet everybody here. You all have a story and have a reason.
We have the last minute addition. Justin?
I didn't plan to say anything, so I don't really have to prepare. But for those of you that don't know me, I'm one of Sammy's roommates. I'm Justin. Everyone's here because Sammy touched their life. I'm here because he saved mine. So, if you don't know, Sammy's the one that ran around and woke everyone in the house up. All of us. There are 4 people here that wouldn't be here. And my dog wouldn't be there. Many of you met him. Sammy loved that dog. He's a good man. Part of Sammy lives on in his stories. And Carlin, you look like him. You do. I know, your eyes. And his friends. And those of us that lived. Because I wouldn't. I was asleep. I would have never woken up. Never. And he saved my life. It's been horrible. It's been awful. We all lost everything. Fiji and I were in the hospital. But I remember talking to the fire inspector there. And he apologized to me. He said, I'm so sorry for what you were going through. And I looked at him and I said, I lived. Sammy gave everything. Sammy saved us. I could never pay that back. I could never do anything. But I can tell you, if you're ever in a fire, fucking run. I thought we had so much time, and we didn't. And it just, you know, if there's one thing you can take, many of us live in Echo Park, many of us live in places where it's not well maintained. If your wiring's fucked up, talk to your landlord, make him fix it. Make him fix it or move, leave. Don't look the other way. And if there's a fire, fucking run, because everything in your house is stuff. It's just things. And it's people, it's your life, it's those of you that are around you that are important. And I wouldn't be here if not for Sam. And we're all sad, and everyone's crying, and I'm trying not to, and I'm doing it too. But I think we all know that Sammy would want us to remember him. He wants you to have a beer, smoke a joint, remember who he was. I remember what he did. I remember that there's 4 people and a dog that lived because of his bravery. And I'll never forget that. So that's about all I had to say. Just thank you everyone for coming out. I know how much it means to Carmen. Thank you for organizing this.
I want to give a final thank you to all of you for coming. I know that Sammy meant a lot to all of us. I think tonight was beautiful because each and every one of you showed up. With that said, I'd like to open up the floor to anyone who would like to say something for another 15 minutes. And then if you guys can stick around and just meet everyone around you, that'd be rad. So, open mic, guys. Come on up if you need to. Anyone? Tell me your story.
So, I know Sammy since I was like 16 years old. I met him in Los Angeles. And over the last 13 years, I think it's been, I have done the worst things in life with him. And I've done the best things in life with him. And I've known Sammy through all the ups and all the downs and everything. You guys know all those stories. I was there for half of those fucking stories. And anybody that has individual stories, I've heard about them from him. That man pushed me in my life. He helped me. He supported me in music, in my writing, in everything. There's so many people in this room that he loved, that I love. We all just, this is a huge family. Sammy had a huge family. He moved down to Los Angeles because he knew his family was here. You know, there's a lot of weird shit up there. He came down here to start something new, he knew that there was love down here, you know? There's a lot of people here that looked out for him, and he looked out for you, you know? And when I met Sammy, he was clean cut, fresh white button-down shirt, walking through the venue with a hot girl on his arm, you know, just looking so good. And I was just like, who the hell is this fucking guy, you know? Like, you know, I was just a little piece of shit, you know, dumb kid getting in trouble all the time. Little did I know he was the same thing. He was the same guy. You know what I mean? Like, Sammy used to call me his little brother, you know? Sammy used to say he was going to be at my wedding and stuff like that. And we used to talk in the park and hang out and have these weird conversations and writings. And the stuff that Sammy gave me, I'm never going to forget. I'm never going to That was my brother. That was my actual brother. I had to come up here and just say that and just let everybody know that Sammy was a fucking man. You know, we can sit here and cry and be upset and have emotions. That's normal. You know, I've dealt with a lot of death in my life, and Sammy's dealt with a lot of death in my life, and I've dealt with death really fucking well to this point. This is different. This is not the same. I've had friends die from overdoses, shot in the face, hit in car accidents, everything you can think of under the fucking sun. This is different. I lost a piece of myself. I lost someone that truly loved me, and I know it just didn't matter, you know? I just had to say that, and you know what? He loves all of you guys here. I don't know where the fuck you are, hiding in the back or something, but he loved you, he loved me, he raised you, and he raised me, and I just want to say that. That's it.
I knew of him before I met him through his work in music and in the Bay Area, and anyone here who knew all that stuff, that guy was ferocious and formidable and fearless on stage, and it was that way on and off. And I'm just going to tell a quick story. And that is almost a year ago today. We had Echo Park Rising, and he had to work. And he loved and cared about all the bands that were out here. And he asked me and my brother what time we were playing down at the Invaded Gallery. And he said, I get a half-hour break. How long's your set? And I said, 45 minutes. And he goes, okay, I'm going to do my half-hour lunch. I'll be late. You're going to chew me out, but I'm going to watch the whole set. And we were like, don't do that. You don't tell me. you care about the band? It's fine. And he did. He ran. Clocked out, ran over to IMA Pit and watched our entire set. Gave us a hug at the end, said, you guys did fucking amazing. I'm 15 minutes late, and it was worth it. And he goes, my first reading ever, is going to be right here on this porch. And it would really mean so much if you came down, if the boys came down and were there. Scared shitless. I've never done this before. And when he said that, I was like in an alternate universe. I mean, this is fucking Sammy saying that he was scared. I mean, I knew I was going to go anyway, but I certainly would not have missed it. And I came here, and everyone who was here for that reading, he had some incident a couple nights before, working at the night before at the Equiplex, and some fucking idiot cracked him in the face with his big black eye, which only added to his atmosphere. And he comes over here, and I've seen this guy just take down a stage fearlessly, crawl into the audience, and nothing, just so there. And he's up here shaking as bad as I am right now with a giant black eye and saying these beautiful, beautiful words. And there were people who were here that were here for that. And it was so humanizing to see someone who's so fearless, so certain of what they fought so hard to be, and never had fear on a stage before, and him sitting here, doing all those words, crying, shaking, because he was just up there by himself, pouring his heart out, and had no clue if we were going to love it, hate it, but he was going to do it anyway. And he did it, and he came to me afterwards and said, how was it? And I said the same thing with all my heart I just said to Carlin. So good. So good. You did so good, Carlin. And he came to me afterwards, and he was so nervous and said, how was it? Was it good? Did you like it? And I said, so good. So good. I am so blessed to be in the same spot. I get to see someone who's so much stronger than me really put it all out in the line and not know what's going to happen. So I'm glad I'm here in the same spot he was. And I'm glad that you're all here. Thank you guys so much.
Hey guys, my name is Sean. I'm a bartender over at the Echo. I didn't really know Sammy all that well. We might have worked there for about a year and a half. And for the first 6 months that he was there, the kid never said a word to me. I'd walk by and say what's up, just kind of looked at me and kept going. But I do remember one night, we were closing down the bar. There was one dude in there who I had one too many drinks. And Sammy happened to be making sure that the guy was closing out his tab. And the guy kept mouthing off to Sammy, not being a dick, just, typical drunk. And Sammy had some very fine words to say to him. He just looked at him and said, listen, dude, ass, cash, or grass, sign the fucking receipt and get out. And I knew from then on that guy was going to have the balls to do things that not many of us do, and just was an all-around rad dude. Made me laugh, made me admire him, and I'm sure all of you guys here admire him just as well. On behalf of everybody here too, I'd like to say thanks. Like I said, I didn't know him, but seeing all these faces, seeing everybody who does know him and respects him as much as I do is fucking awesome. Thanks, guys.
I'd like to read a poem that I just wrote before I got here.
Hi guys, my name is Massimo, and I worked at the Echo with Sammy. He kicked my ass and he saved my ass plenty of times. So I just wrote this not an hour ago before I got here, and I haven't had time to read it yet, but I'm fucking nervous, and I hope you like it. It's inspired by Sammy, so. I'm wondering what it takes to see an angel. I'm wondering what it takes for them to see you. You look in people's eyes, you can read their lives, and somehow it will play out, and you'll know it's not enough to be alive. There's sections of this city, they scream in pain, give me a cigarette, give me a ride, get me to the hospital, help me survive. I've seen just a fraction, held my breath in reaction, wondering what it takes. It's not enough to be alive. Stop, hold it, take a breath. If you feel the movement, you are human. Stop, hold it, hang on, take a breath. Think of all that you can give. It's not enough to be alive. Can't believe how long I've searched. Angels tell me I'm confused. Though they don't hold my hand or guide, they help me tear down each disguise. It's not enough to be alive. I stopped by your house on my way here today and felt the old ache of you flying away. I felt lost a while, but not in denial, and angels are showing me ways to survival. I hope you know I've tried, and I know now it's not enough to be alive. Stop, hang on. Do you hear yourself talking? Unplug the drain, let it all out. At the end of the day, you get nowhere by stalling. And the show must go on, but I'll carry you with me, looking for wings or angels to see me. Think of all that you can give. And know it's not enough to be alive. You must live. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Frankie. How are you guys doing tonight? I knew Sammy back in '96 when I used to work over at an old club over in North Beach. And I'd met him a couple weeks before at another club that I worked at. I remember seeing this big burly guy and this little guy with a hat exchange words, and before I knew it, they went down. And I flew behind my bar and had to go through a crowd like this. And when I came up to this melee, I see this big guy begging me to get this little guy out of there. And I remember him pulling him off, saying, "You stand right here and you the hell on," because I wasn't security and I didn't want to get involved in it. And he just said, "Well, my problem is with this guy, not with you." And he just had this instant calm and this look, and I kind of liked him. You know, I knew he was an okay guy. And a couple of weeks later, I remember meeting him over in North Beach. He had his hardcore shows there, and he introduced me to his mother, and she brought me cookies. I don't know if it was thinking of him not getting in trouble or what, but I established a relationship with both of them. And I've seen him walk down the aisle and have some of his happiest moments, and I've been there when we've lost mutual friends and he's not been at his best. And I've talked to his mom quite a bit. And I'll put some she said, "I know my son had his problems, but my son was a good kid. And if anyone takes exception to my son, I hope they know that he died saving people he loved because he loved people. And I hope if anyone remembers my son, they remember that much." And then she called me yesterday to tell me about this because I didn't know. And she said to tell everybody thank you for the emails and all the nice words that have been sent her way, and that she only wishes Sam was around to know how much and how many people loved him for who he was. And she wanted to really emphasize that to each and every one of you. And normally I don't do good in public like this, but I will for her and I will for Sam. So thank you for letting me share this part, and I wish you all peace and a good life with not just everything that's going on in this turn of events, but just everything. So life's intense sometimes. So thanks.
Hey guys, now you're sitting here. I'm gonna say final thank you. That's a thank you. I'm speaking. But seeing all your guys' faces makes me so happy. Sammy loves each and every one of you guys. And it means the world to him that we're here. With that said, with me crying like a baby, I would say thanks and good night. If you guys want to stick around, meet all these awesome people that are here for the same reason, that'd be cool. I think you guys have something in common. Sammy, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it.